camera in hand was a little easier getting up than it's gonna be to get down. Goes forever. Title your sex day. What the fuck is this? Oh, holy shit. Yeah. It's pictographs, boys and girls. Hi, guys. We are just under 18 kilometers up the Aberdeen, angel on my head, up the Aberdeen Forest Service Road. And we're on our way to the final stretch to get to the Aberdeen columns, they're called. Alabama, perched provocatively back there. So just at, just around kilometer 18, just before kilometer 18 rather, there's this place you can pull over, and some incredible birch that we're going to discuss further in the area. And then there's this little hike route, I guess, I don't know, labeled loosely Aberdeen Columns. No time like the present. Neat old growthy kind of a entrance to this hike. I don't know how far back this goes. I'm kind of getting a mosquito-y feel to it, but that's okay. We'll persevere, we'll carry on. This trail is fairly well maintained, so far anyway. If we have to pick up the pace to get away from the bugs, I don't think that's going to be a huge issue. But meanwhile, in we go. I don't remember if I read how far in this trail goes to get to these columns. I do know that the columns are incredibly impressive. A little sense of the trail we're on there. It's quite nice. The columns, oh, you know what? I got a visual already. We're not far. They're just over here. So we'll keep chatting as we do this. This is funny, guys. I'm on this thing lately. I don't want to announce, let's say, until I find one that's absolutely undeniable. I have one or two that are very convincing examples of megalithic structures, whereby the rock formations, the patterns of things, the shape of things, the way they seem to have fallen, just doesn't look and feel entirely natural. And here we come to this thing. Doesn't seem entirely natural. This is basically swampy through here, right? Kind of like you can get a live feed of this all the way through, all the way up. There's some big old leaves right there. Perspective. Yeah. We may kind of explore off to the side a little bit here, but for now, let's keep going. And so these are the first scenarios that you come to. I'll turn it around, give you a closer look. Not sure if you get much of a sense of that, but I don't know. It doesn't seem natural to me. Doesn't seem natural at all. Let's see though. We'll carry on. I might as well just keep the camera rolling for this whole thing. And there's paw prints here. And they're fresh. That's okay. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. No problem, no problem. So, onwards and upwards. Of course, I'm in flip-flops. I was concerned And I might not get any cardio whatsoever today, but looks like I'm going to be getting a little bit anyway. If I had any grip or support whatsoever in my footwear, it's probably hot. Oh, you want birch? How's that for birch? Wow. A man can dream. So, oh yeah, very dead looking tree right here. Oh, first visual. Okay, I'm gonna record my reaction to seeing the Aberdeen columns for the first time. More entirely naturally appearing, perfectly symmetrical and square rock formations over here. Nothing but right angles to any of them, but oh, hey, that is awesome. Okay. Oh, holy shit. Yeah. So far anyway, give me a fucking break. These stones aren't naturally occurring. I'll show you closer. Pardon the language. I'll beep that out. I've lost the trail here. Oh no, it's over here. I got it. Cannot say enough about this. Again, I got here in a 20-year-old Toyota Echo, Alabama. You know her, you love her. It's pictographs, boys and girls. We got pictographs. And holy shit. They're right there. Well, check the pictographs, trust me. There's patterns to the stones. And there. The brief little bit I read gave some sort of naturally occurring causation for this phenomenon that we're about to witness closer. And it's right above us here. Let me just rip right up here, I think. Yeah, we're good. Is that poison ivy? No, I don't think so. Even if it is, had it so many times. As long as it's not on your delicates. Oh my God. Checks up. Look at that. This is weirdly exciting because you get all this. I'm all about this megalithic rock formation theory, and you get this view and you get all these rocks that really, really look sculpted. I'm gonna lose it here. Let's do that. It's not really the trail, but trail schmail. I might be taking off the flip flops here. Let's just keep going. Anyway, we'll keep going. Yeah, that works. We'll go straight up. Okay. The trail's no big deal. It's just I'm basically in slippers. Right, not even slippers. So I'm not staying on the actual trail here. So oh yeah, okay, here we go. Oh man. What the fuck is this? God damn, I just got a bunch of stuff. Thorns. Okay, so it's making us earn it. Oh, I'm back on the trail. Okay. That's a little easier. So, what I was kind of getting excited about is it looks like a sort of an altar formation right here in this spot. Probably not doing it justice, but this little section here looks like, you know, the ancients would come and hang out, do their whatever they did to worship. Kind of a nice view. So, yeah. Glad I came. Aberdeen columns. If you're in the Okanagan, there's really not much to getting here. And then once you're here, I got the parking spot is what I mean by here. There's really not much to getting up here and getting your freaking mind blown. I gotta turn this around, obviously, give you a shot. And what I'm focused on here is how symmetrical they all are. I'll show you what I mean. Nature my ass. Google it, Aberdeen columns. This is supposed to be naturally occurring? I'm not buying it, guys. goes forever. Title of your sex tape. Yeah. 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 Nature did this. Yeah. Yeah. This is au naturel for certain. My issue, camera in hand, was a little easier getting up than it's gonna be to get down, but no way through it but to do it. I could take these damn flip-flops off, but that wouldn't make too much sense. Cue the applause and the fireworks. We're gonna kind of make our way along this base here. Just kind of get a look at her here. And this is it. Here, I'll turn around. I wouldn't say it's dizzying, but angel on my ear. Look at the size of that ear. Oh, needs an angel. Wouldn't say it's dizzying, but being this close to it certainly has an effect. Here, I'll show you. Glad I came. Absolutely glad I came to the Aberdeen columns. I've got thorns all through two of my fingers. That's gonna sting in the morning. To the Aberdeen columns, not too far at all from Vernon, British Columbia, Canada. Google them, and I hope you enjoy whatever explanations are provided for why this incredible spot might be a result of natural occurrences. Maybe it is. I say it's not. I say there's a human element at work here. And I've got some thorns in me. Let's keep going. This will be a climber's paradise. See, if we look at this rock right here, my foot for scale. Now, this looks like poured material. Yeah, it looks like material that's settled. I did something to my calf. More poured material. Surface appearance anyway. There. But let's get off that and just enjoy the intensely, incredibly beautiful nature on hand. Speaking of, we have Floral 1 on offer and Floral 2. And carry on just a little bit more, and then I'd like to try and make it to the other side of these things. Before it gets too dark. The trail of sorts keeps going. I don't really care to. The columns seem and feel older on this end. And if you look closely, you can see there's a curve to it there. I'm gonna zoom in really sloppily, apologies for this. But you see, they're straight up elsewhere, and those ones kind of curve in that way. And then what is supposed to be the naturally occurring phenomena here. Yeah, They look and seem much older just walking up this short distance like we did. Just an incredibly fascinating occurrence. And then you wonder, all these discarded stones and rocks below. Again, I'm sure there's a natural explanation for it. So there is a sap scenario going on with this tree, I guess. I'm guessing there would be some fossil opportunities through here. I try to leave it as undisturbed as possible. Neat color patterns to this. Very neat color patterns. It's really not a big deal to be off the more obvious trail here. Just a lot of stones though, guys, that I'll turn around. It warrants a little bit more attention, as you'll see. So more neat sort of elements to the stone formations in this area. You thought you were just going to get visuals, didn't you? This doesn't look naturally occurring at all. This looks poured. Maybe it's not. Even here, the way this chips out, it doesn't feel right to me. It's too symmetrical. So if we look there, boom, 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 flat, flat, right? This one right here is what I'm talking about. I'll sloppy zoom in on that. Does that look natural to you? Right? Give me a break. This one right here I'm right in front of. That's too squared off. Come on, man. That's square. One side square, other side square. You know? And then this one right here, I'm just turning around and seeing this. Square, square, square. Square do, anyway. The sense you get, like if you look at this one right here, this piece right here. This toppled at some point due to a, well, we'll just say earthquake. It was way up and it toppled down. So that's been the process here. Even with zero knowledge of these things, you can kind of deduce that that's what's going on. But the symmetry of the rock formations and just the absolutely fascinating way they've broken apart leads anyone with any imagination whatsoever to kind of assume that there's something else other than nature going on here. But I mean, if we want to be entirely rational about the whole thing, I think this is probably what's happening. It's being pushed up from below due to some pressure circumstance. Yeah, you go with that if that's what you want. I'm, as you may be aware, hypersensitive to energy. People, circumstances, places, everything that way, really. No mumbo jumbo, no craziness, just I get the feelers out. There's a vehicle going by, scared the hell out of me. The energy here is good. It really is. But where I just hiked to over there, around that corner and along, not so good. It doesn't feel as good at all. Didn't quite get the heebie-jeebies, but it just didn't feel as welcoming, shall we say. And I know many of you will go, yeah, it's a bunch of rocks. What are you talking about? Well, that's what I am talking about. I'm talking about the energy of this place. And this section is good. Either neutral, indifferent, or good. And that other area that feels much, much, much older doesn't feel quite as good. And we're getting into sort of an older section here. So I'll probably get the heebie-jeebies again. And that's okay. So, give you a visual here. This is the trail that kind of goes pretty steeply down. Where I thought I saw the petroglyphs was over there. I assume we're gonna go by there again on the way down. But I'd like to go along here, along the base of this section of these, and see what all we can see there. Yeah. So, give you a sense of the age of these things. No idea how old that tree would be, but come on, man. Look at there. I'll get in closer. Wow. Better sense of the age of these things. You've got this tree growing straight out of these. And there's some neat aspects to this tree that we'll try to zoom in on without disturbing anything. Look how it grew. Either the rock formation came up through, less likely, then the tree grew kind of around it. I'll show you more. I just want to get in closer here to this neat thing down at the bottom here. Look how square that is. Do I have my megalithic structure, guys? Look what goes on with the tree, with this section of it. God knows how old this tree is too. And it's pushed its way up between these columns. Wow. For a guy who lives to see what's around that next corner in life, you know, tries to be on a never-ending wander, this place could do you in, because there's stuff. I'm just having a peek here at this. Okay. Now look at the shape of that one. Yeah, this is, I mean, you go on forever here. I've dinged my ankle a little bit. So yeah, this stuff all toppled. That's what happened. And we're not losing the light, but the light is starting to fade. So it's time that we call it. I just want to point one thing out here though. Look at how that one goes. Kind of fascinating how that one developed beside or in front of the other one. Or whatever has been pushing these rocks up in these incredible formations. Still has to be gurgling down beneath where I am right now. Neat. The longer you're here in proximity to these formations, your immediate response is, okay, there's absolutely no way nature did this. But having been here for a little while now, played around amongst them, you do get much more of a sense that of how there we go, of how these things came to be. No less incredible. More so, one could argue that they are the work of nature. I would strongly recommend some form of footwear, proper footwear that you might wear at a hike. Even running shoes. And I still can't get over how that tree pushed that. Yeah, so we'll scoot along back over to roughly where we came in. Big smiling at the Aberdeen columns. So, don't know how much of it you can make out, but that's kind of sort of it. And then it's over and around that way and out. Let's do her. See, does that look natural to you? Right, this thing here? No, it doesn't. Nature occurred, as much as I would like to believe they are, in some mystic alien time traveling entities fermented them out of non-existence into our lives. It's just a rock that fell down a hill. It got a little dinged up in the process. So we'll bid a fond adieu through those glorious birch trees to the Aberdeen columns. From the Aberdeen columns on Aberdeen Forest Service Road that I've just come out to. Is it right here? You're just below, or just before rather, kilometer 18. There's a little pull off over here with Alabama. A little perspective on how tough this is to get here. I got here in that. I'm wearing these. No food, no drink. It's when you go in this little spot here, 10 minutes and you're at the columns. First visuals in 5 minutes. It's a really, really, really wonderful experience. You ever heard me say really 3 times like that? I don't think you have. The bugs are up, so I'm gonna go. I'll see you in probably a few days, 3 days to a week here on I Will Wander.